Yeah, simultaneously.
Wow.
So I've been Coach Prime. The world is just getting the opportunity to see me exercise my gift.
Yes, sir, man. You already know what's going on. Another great episode of How It Goes Down podcast with your boy Desi Banks. And can't forget the one and only Parlay. Hey, Parlay. I gotta always add that. People always ask where he at, all that good stuff, man. But I got a special guest today. This is, man, I'm just shocked to have him. I'm very humbled to have him. A father first. A coach. You always got to pick that out. He's a coach now. Because I saw the other things that went on. He's a coach now. And y'all put some respect on his name. He's a coach now. Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? A person that doesn't change. He changed the game. He started the game from the jury. You know what I'm saying? Running them 4.240s. You know, doing the things that's going on right now, from the swag to the high stepping. A lot of y'all know where y'all got that from. So y'all make some noise out there, type in the comments, all that good stuff for the one and only Coach Prime is in the building.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? From now on, wherever I go, I'm bringing you to introduce me. I like to come out like that. I was waiting for the smoke, and I was just waiting to dance. I'm just waiting to hit my dance the way you brought me out, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, Coach, hey,
love you. I've been watching you for a while, man, and I love the growth, the climb, the journey. Yeah. I love the timing, all of that, man. Yeah, you make us smile, and that's what we need in our country. We need to smile a little more. Most
definitely, man. You know, that's what it's about. Yeah. You know, but like I said, man, it's good to have you here, man. Somebody that has changed the culture of, I would say, of football. Mm-hmm. You know, not just black college football. You changed the game of football. You brought a whole nother eye to this sport. You know what I'm saying? And before we even dig deep into that, you know what I'm saying, I want you to just, you know, start off and just letting the people know from the beginning. You know, you being
a shorty. Living in John Walker's apartments. Yeah. You know, I was never stealing, never robbing, never doing none of that nonsense. My mother was a single mother for a small period of time. Biological father was there in the inner city, but he wasn't there, you know, in my life. My stepfather came along several years later. Good man, good dude. Yeah. You know, I had a biological father that was a drug addict, and my stepfather was an alcoholic. So that's why I never touched drugs. I never smoked. I never been high. Never tasted alcohol. Never done none of that in my life, because I saw those pictures, and I saw the conclusion thereof of that, and I never wanted to go in that direction. So that's how it all started, just with tremendous amount of discipline and restraint.
Most definitely. So you kept that discipline, which you
no matter what.
No matter what.
The homies could do what they had to do, but no matter what.
No matter what.
You could be sitting over there rolling. Snoop could be rolling a fat one right there,
and you still ain't.
And I'm good.
Boy,
I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
If I smell it, I gotta ask. What cabinet now?
No, because I never seen success where I grew up. At the end of that story, always seen a crisis or devastation at the end of those journeys. So I wanted to be different. I said, no, I can't do this. I told my mom when I was 7, I was gonna make a lot of money, I was gonna be rich. She was never gonna have to work another day in her life when I was 7 years old. I said that, and I meant that, and I know I had to give up and surrender some things and not get attached to some things to make that dream come true.
So you being that 7-year-old, was you playing ball then?
Yes, baseball, football, basketball, anything with a ball.
All sports.
I was doing it.
So how did you know? Like, what was that click? Because, you know, everybody have these dreams of, you know, they say, hey, my mama gonna do this. I'm gonna make something.
I ain't had no dream. It wasn't no dream. It was real to me.
Yeah.
It was not something I dreamt. It was something that was real. It was something that, not only that, I had a work ethic that was undeniable. So I remember organizing all the kids in the neighborhood, in my neighborhood, so we could get a team together and go play that other bus stop. You know, we did that. Going to school funkies, I don't know what. But we on waxed up, down, we don't beat that hood, we'll beat that hood, all that. Yeah. Baseball. I remember we going to the corner store, and back then at the 7-Elevens, they weren't 7-Elevens, they just a corner store. They had hats on like a long rack. And we stole all the hats because that was the hats for the baseball team.
Most definitely.
Unorganized and structured, all that stuff. Boys club at the basketball team. And all that stuff was real. Yeah. And I just never just wanted to win. I wanted to be dominant, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, I wanted to be dominant.
And you've been dominant for a long
time, from playing
Park to, I'm sure, the middle school days to high school days, going to college, all those days, man. So, like you said, you chose different routes.
Right.
Was it always, was it people, in your area that all, maybe try to make you make bad decisions?
You mean haters?
Haters or, people that try to put you in that position?
The dope boys was different back then, man. The dope boys made sure you didn't get into the game, and they kept you straight, and they just broke you off.
Nah, that's facts.
Now the dope boys recruiting.
Nah, that's real.
They recruiting the little knuckleheads to come on sell dope with me, and you be that. You don't need that.
Nah, real.
It was a different game then. If you had a gift back then, they said no, dog. No, if it went down at the club, no, don't mess with him now.
Nah, that's real.
You touch him, we gonna deal with you.
Yeah.
So I had we call it witness protection because I had a gift, and they saw that I had a gift.
And I was kind of like that too.
Yeah.
In the hood, I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I was always that guy. If some gangster stuff was finna go on, I was always the kid. Hey, look, man, you need to go to football practice.
That's right.
Hey, we'll call you when we get back.
But you had how did you do that? How were you that guy with athletic ability?
How was I the guy?
Yeah, no, because you're an athlete. I've seen it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that's uncommon to be that guy, making sure everybody's straight. But you had a gift too.
Most definitely. And it took me some time to actually know what the people saw into me before I even saw it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, football played a big part of my life. It changed my life, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the stuff that I do right now, as far as working hard, you know what I'm saying? As far as dedication, you know what I'm saying? All those things that, we need in the real life. That's why I feel like when they say football is the game of life, I feel like it really is, you know what I'm saying? But, throughout this time, even playing football, I was the guy that was funny. You know what I'm saying? I was the guy that made everybody laugh. Like, even if it wasn't football, it was still something that, man, this kid is different. This kid it's something about this kid. He gonna do something.
He gonna do something.
And me even hearing it, I never took it serious, but I still heard. I allowed it to come into my system.
See, now you making me flip the interview. You making me interview you because I want to know why. Why? Because I see the guy you are right now.
Yeah.
How could you not believe in you at that point in time?
Because at the time, before the comedy came, sports was my thing.
Right.
Football was my dream. Like,
right.
I wanted to play ball too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see nothing else. But it was so crazy. I'm telling my story. But throughout being this kid, I used to watch people like Martin, Eddie Murphy. To this day, Eddie Murphy is my favorite actor.
But I did too.
Yeah.
But see, the reason I'm stopping you because I see a lot of commonality that you didn't know.
Yeah.
I was always the funny cat.
Okay.
On the team. I was always the guy in class when they asked me to read in high school. I turned it into church.
Yeah.
You can ask me to read in English. I turned it into church.
Yeah.
I'm turning your Bibles. I'm serious. And I'm hooping.
I used to do prank calls like that.
All that. And even with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I barely ever went to the huddle. I remember one time I walked in the huddle and they looked at me like, I said, dog, do you see that cheerleader over there second from the end? My God. And I walked back out the huddle. But that was the funniest stuff that I used to do, but I was always locked in. So I identify with what you're talking about.
Most definitely. Knowing that, like, when you say stuff like that, you always knew you was like that light.
Yeah.
You was that light. You was that thing that the people needed. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, okay, maybe, you made it in football. I didn't make it in football. But like I say, man, even though God knew I wanted to play ball, with the gifts the talents that I got right now, I'm still able to be a part of that NFL.
That's right.
I work with the NFL.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like I still made it to the league. I'm still in the league.
You're still playing in the game.
You know,
so you're still in the game.
Exactly.
You're still in the game. It's just not football, but you're in the game. You're definitely in the game.
No, most definitely.
And we love it. You identify with not only today's players, you identify with cats like me because your comedy comes from a real place.
Exactly.
Like, it's really authentic, and I could feel it. Even the skits, I'm like, oh yeah.
I've seen it. If I haven't done it, I've seen it.
Yes.
I've seen it. So everything that you see on my page, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I either done it. Ain't too many games. I ain't never did the game. I ain't never did the shooter, bang, bang, and all that. That wasn't me. I know the people that did it.
Yeah.
I was always on the positive side looking like, man, these folks crazy.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
I was the one running the 4-2 when they start shooting. I was the one.
That's what that 4-2 came.
Right. Then I was the one to describe the story when I got to the other end.
So look, they were hound.
Yeah, but this what happened right here, man. You have no idea. Well, how you seen it and you ran? Beside the point. That's beside the point. I'm just telling you what happened before I left.
Nah, that's right, Coach. Nah, that's right, man. But yeah, like you say, man, we do, I appreciate us, related, on that, that topic, man. But fast forward, man. High school. How was high school ball for you? I know you had a lot of haters.
I played quarterback, man.
Really? I never knew that.
I was quarterback. Back then, everybody played both ways. It wasn't just one way. I played quarterback, corner, if they had a good receiver, or safety if they didn't. So, yeah, I was always in control. My high school coach was so fond of me. He kicked me off the team my junior year. I'm the starting quarterback. Got in an altercation in the library. He had a rule: if you get suspended, you off the team. So we got about 3 games left. Altercation broke out in the library. I go to make peace. I'm breaking it up. The lady came over. What you doing? And she went off with me, and I said something back to her, not foul, but I forget what it was. And she said I was being insubordinate. I had to look up the word insubordinate because I had no idea what that meant. Long story short, I got suspended. He had to kick me off the team. Broke his heart. He had tears in his eyes. But that taught me discipline and leadership. Never from then on I was ever questioned with discipline or leadership because I hurt the team because I'm the dude. I'm the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I played out of position, but he allowed me to call my own plays even in high school.
Wow.
So I was always a forward thinker. So I would see it, call the own play, make it happen for us. But I played out of position in high school.
So what made you choose being a cornerback?
I went to Florida. I played in the Florida. So funny. The first ever Florida versus Georgia All-Star game. We played against Georgia. Georgia got dogs.
Yeah.
Everybody want who's the best state. Florida, Georgia. We beat the brakes off Georgia at that point in time, right? And 12 guys on that team was going to Florida State. So we all bonded that summer. And we went there and changed the game. So when I went there, I had a choice. I had 3 catches for 88 yards in the All-Star game as a receiver. Never played DB in that game. Went to Florida State. I had a choice. So I'm looking at the depth chart. I'm like, man, there's 100 receivers over here. Ain't that many DBs. Play corner. And that's how it was. That's how it was.
How did you? Because a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna play corner.
Like, I remember a guy who played ball at UGA. I felt like he should have played offense, but he ended up going to corner, which I felt like wasn't a great idea. You know what I'm saying? But how did you have that? Just no matter where you on the field, that you was gonna be the best. What made?
I had the gift that I was always that dog. See, the thing about it, the man never, this is profound. Thank you, Lord, for giving me that. The man never tries to be the man because he is the man. The dude that tries to be the man validates that he's not him because you can't try to be who you already are. So all the way through, youth, high school, I was always that dude. So I always knew no matter what position it was, I'm still going to be that dude because I got the gift and I got the work ethic and I got the discipline. And then I got the passion for the purpose because I had to retire my mama because I told her that and I meant that at 7 years old.
At 7 years old.
Yeah. I meant that. I wasn't playing about that. But I had a two-way go there. I had baseball or football.
And we're going to yeah. So you played baseball also in high school?
Yeah, all the way up. And it's so funny because the reason our kids, I feel like, don't play baseball because ain't nobody clapping.
And you know what's crazy?
Ain't no sisters out there clapping for you.
You know what's crazy, Coach? I played baseball too. And I was really good. I was really good. And the reason why I stopped playing, because I threw my arm out.
It's pitching.
I was in high school throwing 86 miles per hour in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I threw my arm out and I allowed it to bring me down.
Yeah, you should have just say, I go to the outfield. That's what you should have did.
But I had this thing in my head. I just wanted to pitch. I wanted to pitch. Randy Johnson was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know, when it came to pitching and things like that. But yeah, baseball was my thing as well. And I feel like if you are an athlete, man, I think baseball is the thing.
This is the problem with baseball. Black fathers never played baseball, so black fathers are not pushing their kids towards baseball.
Yeah.
So when the African American, the black, we're trying to be that guy. Father wants to play with his son, he puts in his hands what he's accustomed to, what he wants, the direction that he wants him to go. Baseball is not the option. Back when I was coming up, we had a lot of African Americans in Major League Baseball. Now that's not the thing because they priced us out as well. Because like when you played baseball in little leagues, it was cool. Probably about 150 to register 100.
Yep.
To play on a select team now is at least $2,000,
Wow.
2,500. So kids ain't playing. They can't afford it. They priced us out.
So you think that's a problem?
That's a problem.
Yeah.
In Major League Baseball need to have resolution because that's a problem. That's the reason we don't play along with African American fathers ain't never played, so they're not pushing us to that sport.
Yeah,
and that's the best sport when it talks to benefits, when it talks to salary, when it talks to longevity. That's the best sport.
So if you got a child out there, look, you better go sell some water bottles and get that boy that $2,000 and put that boy out because it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it in the end.
It's hot right now too. It's sometimes you better go make that money right now, so we can get them kids on that baseball field before anything. But
and the girl ain't coming out there to cheer for him. Then that's one of the problems. You ain't got no cheerleaders. Basketball, football, you got cheerleaders. Baseball, you got nothing to cheer for.
Ain't no cheerleaders.
Ain't nobody out there.
Why y'all want to cheer for them? They might say it's too hot.
It's too hot and the game too slow.
All these hitters,
striking out. He strike out too much. What we supposed to do when he strike out?
He ain't hit no home run.
He can't catch. He can't even throw.
Nah, that's right, man. So what you having kids, you know what I'm saying? Do you try to pour into them like, I think you should do variety?
Yeah, no, the family business of sports.
Yeah.
The family business of sports. And I pushed them towards that until they pushed back.
Yeah.
Right, baby?
Did she play sports?
My baby was bad. Bad meaning good. Like she softball, basketball, all of that. But she got a lazy spirit and it just caught up with her.
Not a lazy.
It caught up with her.
We gotta pray that out.
That thing ain't coming out. That thing holding on like an octopus in there. That thing is not coming out.
Someone who has a roller around in his house. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It grew out. It grew out.
She handled the other business though. I still doing work.
Oh no, she's definitely capable.
Yeah. She's doing great.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. But okay.
But that was the family business. Like my oldest son graduated from SMU. He played football. Mm-hmm. Both my boys played football, and my daughter and I was on the basketball scholarship at Jackson. So that's the family business.
Family business. So how is that? Because I saw at first going to your son. Mm-hmm. I saw him first committed.
Yeah.
To
FAU.
Uh-huh. And then he
flipped. Well, see, Shiloh was at South Carolina, which was cool.
Yeah.
Then Shador committed to FAU, which is cool. I didn't want to be involved in that because you're not going to ever come back to me and say, you forced me down that street. So then I had no intention of coaching at that time. I was just chilling. Mm-hmm. Then the calls start coming. Mm-hmm. The calls start coming because now I'm getting ready to be an empty nester and the calls coming. Man, you coaching. So I'm like, you know what? I would consider it, prayed about it, and start going on the interviews.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then once it happened, we never talked about it. Mm-hmm. So he finally came to me one day. He said, man, we're going to talk about this or we're going to play like this. I said, dog, I can't tell you where to go or what to do. You got to do what's in your heart.
Wow.
But you got to understand, all my kids, even her, I've coached everything they've done.
Yeah.
Also, every play that he's ever had in football, I've called it. Because I was the offensive guy. So I called it.
Wow.
Shiloh the same way.
Yeah, because he played with you in high school as well.
And youth.
And youth.
Pee-wee, all the way through.
It's like, how can you not go play?
Yeah, but sometimes you want to break that umbilical cord and get away from daddy, but you got to understand there's comfort and there's understanding. And even last year when I went down with my illness, I saw his completion percentage slowly creep down because I'm able to say one thing on the sideline and get him back right. Mm-hmm. And I know what he sees and I know how he is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. But
you coming? You coming?
Yeah.
You coming too?
Yeah. But I learned, just listening to things like that and becoming a father and stuff like that. That does matter, by making sure your child is comfortable.
And let me give you a father's gift and a father's advice. You don't have to ever be perfect because you're not going to be. Mm-hmm. But you got to be present.
Most definitely.
You've got to be present.
Most definitely.
Not just there. Because a lot of us brothers, we think just because we here, we're there. Mm-hmm. When we here, we got to be here. Mm-hmm. We can't be here and we'll parlay while we here.
Most definitely.
We got to be here.
Yeah.
And that's the focus. Mm-hmm. Okay, now when we gone, we gone. Mm-hmm. But when we giving when it's time to come home, we got to come home.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I remember I came to the speaking with ET.
Right,
and
right.
You know, I heard you say something, you know, about your lady, and you just like, you know, they can never say I was a bad father, though, no matter what, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And I see that, that you're inspiration when it comes to being a dad. And I feel like
I try my best.
Being a dad overweighs everything, especially in the world that we live in right now.
It is.
'Cause
Yes,
a lot of
Lord.
people, a lot of kids that's out there, I feel like the reason why who they are because they don't have the right father in their life, you know what I'm saying?
Or mother.
Or mother.
And they ain't been loved correctly. And they don't even understand the definition of love. How you define love is totally different. And that's one thing that men don't say a lot.
Yeah.
And we never heard that a lot. So, because our parents old school. I don't know, I love you, baby. I love you, son. I ain't never heard that
Yeah.
from my father.
Yeah.
I've never heard that
Yeah.
in my life. And I had two fathers. So my stepfather, I knew he loved me, but he never articulated. And my biological father, the song Papa was a Rolling Stone, wherever he laid his hat was his home. That was him. He was the prime time side of me.
Yeah.
And my stepfather was the Deion side of me. So you got to be careful what you show your kids too, because they going to grasp onto something.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Okay. Well, but we're finna fast forward to how you got this prime time name.
Basketball. Dropped 38 that night. Curl wet, curl dry, but looked wet. I almost said wet, but it was dry. But it looked wet, but it was dry. I dropped 38 that night, had a couple dunks back to back, and on the way on the yellow bus back home, my homie said, Richard Fain. He said, man, you prime time. I said, you right. Where's it come from basketball though?
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it came from playing with the Falcons and you playing that prime time, you hitting that high step, and that was just prime time.
Dude,
you
I went to Florida State in '85 in like a rust color Firebird, brand new. Mama worked her butt off to afford them payments, brand new, and the front license plate said prime time. I went there as him. And I left there as him.
So what did that name mean to you?
It meant that no matter what the occasion, what the moment was, I was going to show up and show out. Like when you say prime location, that means the best of. If you say a prime steak, that means the best of. If you say prime time on a television show, that means they're giving you the best time slot there is. So prime meant the best of, and you're going to get the best of me. I can't think of a moment that I let you down on the field, that you was betting on me or counting on me, and I let you down by getting beat, getting dogged, getting ran over, ran through. I can't think of a moment. Striking out the end of the game. I can't think of a moment. On the largest stages that God allowed me to be on, Super Bowls, World Series, I was that dude. And I'm not bragging, boasting, or anything. I'm just being confident. And never allow my confidence to offend your insecurity. You see, I found my camera on that one because I wanted them to feel it.
Confidence is key.
Confidence is key, man.
Wow.
And that's my natural odor.
So playing ball, so you feel like you never had anybody that was a challenge to you?
Yeah, everybody was challenged, but I was up for it because I worked my butt off and I studied and I prepared.
Is it a name that you can call? I say this.
Jerry was a bad boy. Mike Irvin was a bad boy. Many of those guys, because we have now they talking about each other, hating on each other. We have respectable battles.
Yeah.
Because I respected my opponent so much that we hugged it out at the end, but we had to fight. We had to go at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mitchell, if I sent you a video the other day,
you ain't no good. You ain't no good. You nasty. He naturally nasty. He don't even try to be. Just in it. It's just in it.
I was just like, damn, Coach, what they? I'm talking about they going at it.
Several times. You got to try the product. People wanted to, you had to try. You wanted to see where I was from.
Now,
I had to let them know I was from Florida, man. I'm good with these things. I really am good with these things. Yeah. I ain't really had to do that, coming up. Coming up now, in the boys club, you had to show. You had to show them. And I'm known back home for being good with these things.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Because they was going to try you because you was that dude. You had girls at every little high school. You that guy, you fly.
Exactly.
You the man. So they going to try you. Yeah. You had to prove that you good with them things.
Yeah. So I know you had a lot of hate in the league, man. Especially you playing both sides.
No, I didn't actually. I had a lot of love, man, because the way I went about my job. First of all, I never spoke negatively about any opponent I ever played against. Never spoke negatively about anybody because I'm not a negative person.
Yeah.
So even if I whooped you, it was going to be respectful. And I'm not going to say you're going to feel good about it, but you had to just say, hey man, hey, he killed. It's just like a group of comedians inside a room, and all y'all got a set 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You just got to say, hey man, he went out there and killed.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, how can I hate that?
Yeah.
He went out there and did his thing.
Exactly.
I had the same opportunity. I ain't that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
you just come back and work on your craft.
Yeah. You still on the team. You just ain't.
There you go.
You ain't MJ.
You ain't MJ.
Yeah.
You Scotty.
Yeah.
You Scotty.
You still get a ring though.
Yeah. Every Batman need a Robin now. Ain't nothing wrong with Robin.
Nah, fact.
Ain't nothing wrong with Robin.
Most definitely.
Yeah, everybody get mad at Robin. Robin had a role.
Yeah. Nah, most definitely. Nah, that's it. Yeah. Everybody there. Everybody can't be MJ. Everybody can't be the man, and that's what a lot of people
That's it. But everybody can be next to the man.
Yeah.
Scotty got just as many rings.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, step a little back, before you got to the league, that 4-2.
Yeah.
That 4-2-7.
That 4-2 for breakfast. I don't know about the 7 part. It was for breakfast. That 4-2 was real, my brother. I think the fastest I ever ran was at Pro Day at Florida State. Like, all the scouts came in, and we were running, and I floated. I'm talking about, I felt like I came off the ground in that thing. And they say, no, I had on spikes. They said, you got to run in regular shoes.
Yeah.
I said, who at 10? Anybody were 10? At that time I was 10. Who at 10? And they gave me some shoes.
Yeah.
Cool. So I ran it again. I hit the finish line, and when I hit the finish line, I yelled, say it! Say it! Say it!
Now you want to say
Ain't everybody quiet. Ain't nobody quiet. Say it. Because I know it was in the 4-1. Like I felt like I came off the ground that day.
Ooh.
And it was 4-2-1. But if it was a 4-2-1, somebody had 4-1 something.
Most definitely. For sure.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah. So that's when I felt like I was really rising, man.
So what made you walk off and say, hey, meet me at the combine?
It wasn't
meet me
nothing
at the
else to
draft.
do at the combine. It wasn't nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't lifting. Jerry Rice ain't laying across my hand. What am I going to lift for? I said fuck too, F-A-H. I said fuck. What am I going to lift for? it don't make no sense taking these little crazy little tests. No, I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, I was basically in spring training playing baseball too. So I really had to get back.
Yeah. You did.
I was playing baseball, so I had to get back.
Playing with the Braves.
At that time, I was with the Yankees.
The Yankees?
Yes.
Okay, so you was drafted to the Yankees first.
I was drafted, my brother, I was the first NIL deal. I was drafted, I didn't play baseball at Florida State my junior year. Okay. I just played freshman sophomore. I got bored. I ain't want to play no more. I got drafted the year I didn't play. Okay? And I went and played at the end of my junior year for 6 weeks in the summer. I went to rookie league for 3 weeks. Okay? I went to single A in Florida 2 weeks, and I went to triple A in Columbus, Ohio for 1 week. I did all that in a summer. So accepting professional money, I made about a quarter of a million a summer. So accepting professional money, I had to void out my scholarship. So the Yankees paid my tuition. So I was considered the walk-on.
This is before the football.
Before football.
Okay.
So that's going back into my senior year. So when you're a walk-on, the sky's the limit.
Most definitely.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm finna show out.
Oh, Louis. Come on, man. We're going to get in playing with Louis. Snakeskin. That was snakeskin shoes were popping. Snakeskin shoes. Oh, my God. I had a neck full of jewelry.
Yeah.
I can justify it.
Most definitely.
I'm a walk-on. You can't ask me no questions. I had a condo on the golf course, and I had my dorm room. You can tell me nothing. And I laced all my teammates because those are my dudes.
Yeah.
I couldn't be proud without them. So it was a wonderful life. Now you're going back into your senior year, and you know you're getting ready to go top 5. Oh Lord Jesus! Somebody help me, because I stayed focused though, and I worked my butt off. But I treated it like I was in the pros. Like I'm finna go practice my butt off because I know this train is coming in a few months. Because I already got baseball. Yeah. Now I got to make sure I'm top 5 in football. So that's how that life was, man.
But you really was like, at that time, was like really the bet, like
I was trying.
You was that guy.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for Bo, it wouldn't have been no prime because Bo set the stage by playing 2 sports. But Bo was so dominant and physical and aggressive. So I set the stage because I was a normal cat.
Yeah.
Like, okay, he's a normal sized cat.
Yeah.
That's a normal kid to doing what he doing.
Yeah.
Because Bo was like Bo.
Yeah.
You know.
And you just did it different.
Yeah.
From the swag.
Yeah.
To the.
Well, the hood. I had that. That was my daddy, man. That was my biological father. I had the hood in me. I had the Florida in me. I had the Fort Myers in me. Yeah.
Jury. On the phone.
I used to wear a little gold cap every now and then around my teeth.
Yeah. And it just
all that, man.
And it's just crazy. I ain't gonna say crazy. It's just inspiring to see, like these young guys now. When because I had a chance to do some work with this past NFL draft with me and Ty Gurley. Yeah. We was done some work. We was interviewing players, and I'm just looking at them, talking to them. They got the jewelry on.
They got to pay for that.
Who?
They got to pay for that.
Oh, really?
That costs.
Well,
see, the game that they don't understand they playing is when they get fronted by the agent because they ain't got no money.
Yeah.
So they get fronted by the agent, they got to pay that back. So the agent's keeping a list of the cars, the break flying your girl out. You got to recoup that. It's like the music industry. You got to recoup all that.
Like when you get signed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you got to recoup all that.
Well, look here, fellas. If you out there playing, look here. Be careful with that jewelry and them cars. You ain't got that yet. You got to get on. Hey, first game ain't even came yet. You out here riding the Rolls Royce truck.
You don't get paid. If football players, listen, only get paid from September to December. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
So if you don't handle that right, you're on the neighborhood watch.
Yeah. From
January to August because you have no check coming in.
Yeah.
So think about that now. You ain't got no income coming in. So if you don't handle that right, it's gonna be the neighborhood watch. That means the whole neighborhood watch you just dwindle that stuff away. And the reason I'm saying that and I'm passionate about it because some of my teammates, I've taken over their finances to help them because I seen them just wilding out, man, just going crazy. And I said, no, dog, you got to understand, you got to plan for the summer.
Yeah.
You got to plan for that winter and the summer because you don't have no income.
Most definitely. So do you feel like you was the trendsetter? Do you feel like a lot of guys are inspired from what they saw? Because you was the only one that did. I feel that did it in that area. That way. Nobody did it like that.
But dog, that's who I was.
Yeah.
Like even here, I came here my senior year doing some campaign with some All-American team. And I got off the plane and seen all these black folks, man. Then we had to go to the hospital. I don't know if it was Grady or whatever, but I seen a number of black folks, man. Then we had to go to another function, and I seen a number of black folks, man. And it blew my mind. I said, wow, I've never seen prominent black policemen, doctors, lawyers, people, billboards. Never seen this in my life. Hey, man, this is why I want to come. I'm calling my agent right now. This is why I want to come.
Yeah.
What pick they got? 5th pick. All right. Yeah. You tell the Cowboys, I hope Troy Aikman go first anyway, so he can set the curve in the money. You need quarterbacks to go first, set the curve. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, number 2 is Green Bay, don't want to go there, too cold. Number 3 is Detroit, don't want to go there, too cold, and they are horrible. Number 4 is Kansas City, cold, don't want to go there. 5, Atlanta, let's go.
So you made that?
Yes.
Whoa.
Tell all these other teams, I'm playing baseball. I'm not doing it. Don't even try it. I'm going to Atlanta.
So do the other NFL players or athletes do they have that choice to choose where they want to go? Or?
No. Unless your last name Manning.
Wow. Okay.
They parlayed that thing. They parlayed that thing. like they did that. Yeah, but you don't have that choice. But you had to have leverage. I had baseball as a leverage.
Exactly.
That don't waste a first round pick on me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I know where I want to go, and I love the brothers and the sisters here. It was off the chain, dog. It was a marriage made in heaven. Because I was still a knucklehead. I was still rough around the edges. I was still hood, and they had to give me time to grow.
Yeah.
Into this, you know. So it was a beautiful thing. I love Atlanta today for that.
And we love
for accepting me, man, like who I am. I used to go. They just shut down the shop so I get that curl done.
He had that James Brown curl, y'all.
I ain't a James Brown. I ain't had a James Brown curl. I had that. Who a curl that?
The Easy E.
No, I had an easy. He had a fat curl. He had a fat, thick curl. I had the pink rollers in the front, the gray in the back, so I get that hang. So when I turn like that, I turn like that. I think just, hey, I'm trying to figure out what curl I had.
Was it the big worm or wasn't the big worm?
No, it was like the dude on Coming to America. It was like that, the handsome dude.
Okay.
Like like when he was walking, that curl was just that curl was just bouncing like that. Yeah.
So you had to keep that up too.
I had to keep that thing up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something that ain't a lot of people know. I tell you and parlay this because y'all my dudes.
Yeah.
You know how I rock the headband around the neck?
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't the original purpose. The headband was for the curl juice.
Because it was sweating. It wasn't no swag. He was sweating. All that drip drop was going down to his neck. He was trying to catch it.
It come in your eyes, and you be like, man, I gotta catch a point. I might have a curl. So I put the headband on to catch that curl juice. And when I put the helmet on, what happened to the headband? It slid down running. This is a revelation.
Your whole helmet
I think I've only told this story to you, dog.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever told it.
People think it's swag, and he needed help. People thought it was swag, and he needed help for his swag.
Dog, I've never told this story, man.
Wow.
That's what it was.
Wow.
The headband slipped down and went right.
Wow. The people like, I'm finna put my bandana on my neck like Prime did.
So I just started rocking it.
He was sweating, sir.
So
that was sweat. That
curl juice getting in my eyes, man. Our eyes are burning.
It burnt, yeah.
It's burning.
So what kind of curl spray you use?
It was you nasty, by the way. I know you're going. So I use Carefree or I use Leisure Curl.
Did they sponsor you? They should.
No, they ain't sponsored me at the time. They ain't no sponsorship for no black products at that time for no black man. No, they didn't. They should have.
Yeah.
But then once I came to Atlanta and migrated, I went to the texturized.
Most definitely.
And I used the Leisure Curl, so it was a more sophisticated look.
That set you straight out.
That set me straight.
Yeah, you ain't have to pay for that.
Yeah, it was about that height.
Oh, yeah.
But that thing was like, when I walked out the shop, it was like, roller coaster, your love. Like, that's the music I heard when I walked out that thing. Yeah, that thing was tight. But, dog, that's a true curl story. That's how it all started. Yeah. And I just started rocking the headband around the neck, man. Straight up. That was for that curl.
Nah, that's great. And what you just started saying, too, you used to be a rapper, too.
Yeah, I did. God let me do it all, dog. There's the only thing that I did. The only thing I didn't do that I wanted to do, I was that close. I signed a deal with a studio, I forgot who it was, California. Big deal, Sam. And I was gonna leave baseball, I forgot which one, and I was gonna act. I was gonna star in this movie that was based out of New Orleans, corrupt police system, and I'm coming in undercover to infiltrate the thing because Jim Brown, all them cats, it was some cats like that who started in the NFL that went to movies that always intrigued me.
Well, before you go, God just put this on my mind. You didn't do your football movie. You didn't do something like Friday Night Lights. I can see you being that. I can see you doing that. I can see you bringing that.
You mean tell me what you mean now.
I just see you doing that. You just say act.
You mean producing it?
No, I say being in it.
Oh, in it, like
being an actor in it.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. I don't want to do that. I'm bigger than that. I want to produce the thing.
Okay.
I want to produce the story.
Okay.
I want to produce my story, but in today's time.
Got it.
Two-sport athlete doing his thing. Black entourage. Black entourage. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And the trials and tribulations and everything that I dealt with and went through, because I had to always be on. It wasn't no off season. I had 2 weeks off after the Pro Bowl to get ready for baseball. Yeah. So I had to always be on. And it's two different locker rooms. Football players totally different from baseball players. Yeah. So it's two different light switches. I could be Prime here, but I had to be Deion there. Like all that. I mean, all the excess that comes with that too, right here in Atlanta. You have no idea.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember watching the 30 for 30.
Yeah, but see, that was just for that day.
Got it.
The 30 for 30 didn't hit nothing about the career of football. It was just 2 sports in one day. That's all it was. Yeah.
So, how? I remember the moment I saw you going from a football game to a baseball game in 24 hours.
Yeah.
You got on a jet. I think you was with your lady and
it's her mom.
Her mom.
Yeah.
Like,
but that was my life though. Like that was real life that we were just showing you real life. That's all it was. And the reason we did the 30 for 30 because all that was hated on because they didn't know the extent of it. I'm on a football contract. I'm just playing with the Braves to help you. Because football is my contract. That's my wife. That's my girlfriend. All right, I got to get home to my lady while y'all playing over here. I ain't got time for these games. And that's why we did a 30 for 30 to explain the contract situation. And they played me and hated on me because I did that to go play football for my teammates, which I was under contract to do. And I'm sitting on the bench for 9 innings in baseball, trying to pinch hit, trying to just help y'all, and you hating on me. And that hurt me. That bothered me, man.
And I feel like with you brought another light to them as well. That's probably was another, but I'd rather be like, we got Prime over, we got Deion over.
We got a shot.
Yeah, we got a shot. To be, to be able to do it.
We got a shot. But God is good though.
Yeah.
Hate it. Then it got to the World Series, and see, baseball is a numbers game.
Yeah.
So it got to the World Series, and David Cone is playing for Toronto. I'm 700 off David Cone.
Yeah.
So you look at it, hey man, we can't set him on the bench. It's gonna look crazy. He hits 500-700 off there. They put me out there. Did my thing.
Yeah.
So you got to leave me in the next game. Did my thing.
Most definitely.
Because what time is it?
Yeah.
It's World Series. It's prime time.
It's prime time.
Okay, do my thing. So you had to let me play.
Yeah. That's
that's the way revenge. That's the way to revenge things. You just got to perform.
Most definitely.
When you get the opportunity.
Most definitely. And I feel like in the league you made your statements. You did exactly what you needed to do.
And I never talked about nobody, though.
Yeah.
Never down nobody. I always talked about me, but I didn't talk about me and putting you down in that fashion. I never did that.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't have a lot of hate from players in the league, probably reporters, because I told them I was great and they ain't get a chance to tell me. Now that's why people, oh, this is good. Thank you for that, Lord. People don't, when they hate you, they're not really hating you. So you got to put them in the proper position. People are hating the way people react to you. That's really the hate. It's not to Desi. It's the way he acts towards Desi. Because you don't act that way towards them. So that's a lot of the hate. So you got to be able to divide that and say, yeah, I understand. I got you. I got you. You don't like the way they react to me. You don't like the way they clap when I walk out. You don't like the way they laugh at my jokes. You don't like that. Yeah.
They feel like you don't deserve it.
There you go.
Yeah.
The way they react to you.
Wow.
Yeah, that taught me a lot. Instead of just that person hating on me. No, they hating the way people react.
So if you feel like you got some haters out there, it ain't you. It's the people around that love you, but there's one person that they don't like you and they hate that they see that these people love you.
That's right.
So keep doing you if you out there.
There you go.
There it is. Man. That's what's up, man. But now, sports is over. You done took the pads off. You done took the baseball pads off.
Yeah.
Now you're a coach now.
I love it.
And
I love it, dog.
I want to say, man, what I'm seeing you doing right now, like I said, I'm not even going to say HBCU, of course HBCU, but just college football, period. You have put a different type of light on college football, and it's very inspiring, man. You showing that no matter what school you go to, if you work hard, if you stay dedicated, if you stay motivated, you do what you got to do, you can make it to the big league. It don't matter what school. And I feel like that's what the world need to know, that it doesn't matter what school you at. Man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like you're doing.
Dog, you showing the same thing.
Yeah.
You don't need a network.
Yeah.
You got internet.
Exactly.
right. You have become this monster of an entertainer and a professional based off your hustle and based off your gift. And they're able to say it. I mean, one of these networks that ends with a C or whatever they call them, they need to recognize what you bring to the table. But regardless, you like, all right. Yeah. So me being Coach Prime now is what I did for her when her coach didn't show up one game in a softball team. And I said, I got it. You remember that? And I pitched. And I had watched them all season long, so I knew all the little girls. So I was able to pitch and put it right where they wanted. And I be darned if everybody hit like they never hit before that game. You remember that?
They was happy.
And I think you had a couple home runs that game.
Wow.
But everybody was happy.
Yeah.
Because I just feel the need and satisfy the appetite.
Most definitely.
Yeah, simultaneously.
Wow.
So I've been Coach Prime. The world is just getting the opportunity to see me exercise my gift of bringing people together and allowing them to maximize the moments.
And you killing it. But before you went to Jackson State, weren't you trying to be a coach at your?
I was coaching youth. I had one of the largest youth programs in the country. We used to come here and play every year. Yeah, against the youth. Yeah. And Atlanta used to put 30-year-old kids out there against my 12-year-olds. But that's a whole nother conversation. As a matter of fact, I think Parlay was playing safety, and he was 17 playing against 10 years old. But I ain't gonna even say nothing about that. And I knew it was him because he ain't had no shield. He ain't had no shield, and I saw his face.
Yeah, I didn't know. He had to say that.
He ain't had no shield. Tried to put his shield fell off. He ain't had the screws in the shield, so I knew it was him.
So when you trying to coach at Florida State?
Florida State interviewed me. A few other schools interviewed me, and I know I killed it. Mm-hmm. You know when you know, you know. Mm-hmm. Like when you walk on the stage and you know that you put it there. I know what I did. Yeah. But it wasn't God's time. Mm. So he closed that door and a couple others to make sure I went to where I was supposed to go. And that's Jackson.
So do you feel like if you would have got one of those schools, you would have had the same impact how you got on Jackson?
Impact is impact. But the impact for our people is totally different.
Exactly.
Yeah, but see now, what's troubling me now is I'm tired of just being the lightning rod to attract you. Yeah. Because it has to be more. Mm-hmm. Because now we all have to play team ball, and I got to satisfy you. Because now kids are going to Jackson, FAMU, Bethune, Southern, Alcorn. They're going to all these places because now we have a light of attraction. But when they get there, I want to make sure we're satisfying their needs. Exactly. Academically. Exactly. Housing. Yeah. All the different facets of the needs desired for these kids. That's what I'm on right now, man. And I ain't playing about that.
You doing it?
No, I'm upset about it because we got to focus on that. We can't keep having the same old business practices that we had once upon a time because it's going to be the same old results. And that's what's going on. We got to provoke change, my brother. We really got to do that.
Nah, and that's what it's about. And, man, when I came to that game at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I haven't seen the Mercedes-Benz Stadium that packed, even from the Atlanta Falcons. But to see the support, of course the football game, but just the support of just us in that building, just supporting everything. It was just beautiful.
You got to come to Jackson, dog. You got to come to a game next year in Jackson.
I will.
No, you got to see that thing. You got to see when we packed. And first of all, you got to come early because the parking is horrendous. Dog, I ain't never seen about just park, lead the car in the middle of the street. And nobody touch it. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. So you got to come to see how we get down. Because a lot of people hadn't seen 60,000 black folks together in harmony for one purpose. And we ain't tripping. Yeah. And I love it. And then the battle of the bands at halftime, and we got to make sure they get off the field in time because they taking a little too long.
Cause y'all up there jam, yeah.
We out there ready to come out. They out there. One more. Hey man, come on now. We ain't got time for this stuff. We got to stop this. Yeah. But it's phenomenal. You got to experience it.
I will.
You got to experience it.
I will. I kind of feel like that's been, but I need to come where it's at.
Yeah.
I need to come to the place.
You got to come to the place, man, to see it for itself, and just to even lead up to that week is off the chain, man. And I got in the golf cart recently and went and tailgated with our people. Let me tell you something, man. It ain't a regular tailgate like other folks tailgate. It's collard green. You're gonna be asleep. You're gonna be asleep. Right after you eat, it's collard greens, neck bones. They got oxtails. Black-eyed peas and rice. It ain't a regular tailgate, dog.
Nah, I remember you did a video on your face. You was like, you was some fish and stuff. You like, okay, man, why y'all keep bringing me? Right. I ain't gonna be able to coach you.
Dog, they will bust you in Jackson. They will bust you at Jackson, man.
Now I feel like they just remind you who you are, man. Where you come from when they
does. It does. That's why I can relate, and our kids can relate.
Yeah. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. And something big happened, this year. Winding down, but you you got the number one recruit.
Yeah.
In college football.
Mm-hmm.
The number one recruit.
The number one cat.
Came
to Jackson State.
Jackson State.
Yeah, told all the other schools I ain't got time, but I'm coming right there.
Major offer from SEC school, ACC.
Anybody.
Wow.
And everybody.
What like, that's changing the game
yeah.
right there. That's what I mean.
He came to a homecoming, man. Homecomings don't play.
Yeah.
Like, you going to get to see everything you ever wanted to see and appease every appetite you have as a young man. And he saw that. Mm-hmm. He had been to other games at places, but to come to a HBCU, especially Jackson State, because we 60,000 deep, ain't nobody do it like us.
If HBCUs was like how it is now, I probably went to a HBCU.
Yeah.
And that's just me being honest, because the way you make it look,
no.
God Almighty.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Good. I want to make sure it is the way it looks.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to match up with one another. That's the problem that I'm on right now. Yeah, I ain't got time to be trick or treat. You come in there and like, hey man, what a hot tub? You got a cup of water over there? You supposed to be the hot tub. No, we're gonna make sure it's straight. But dog, when he came there and saw that captured his attention. Then we came in the locker room and saw how we get down and pregame speeches and how we go about our business. He said, man, this is different. Mm-hmm. And then you got the opportunity. You played my position, so I got you. Mm-hmm. So to look your mom in the eye and say, I got you. If you give me a boy, I'm going to give you a man. Yeah. Don't worry about it. 3 years, I'm going to give you a man. Yeah. Not only a man, he going to be at the top of his game for the NFL draft. I bet you that. Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to say no names. A coach said something. Mm-hmm. He felt like you paid the guy.
Yeah. See, black folks don't have to pay black folks to be with black folks.
Yeah, exactly.
See, if you got an organ, hit me right there, okay?
Yeah.
And yeah, y'all did it. Okay, yeah, that's right. We don't have to do that. We cool. And first of all, that would disrupt my whole team chemistry.
Exactly.
It would disrupt a lot of schools doing what they do, and they could do that. First of all, we can't afford it. Second of all, that's not who we are. Mm-hmm. And he ain't about that life.
Yeah.
He's about being great and want to be the best that ever played. This is the guy that said, Coach, 7 on 7, can you come on my side and just watch me and let me know? Like, he's that kind of guy. He ain't, Coach, I need a little something. Travis ain't built like that, man. Yeah. Travis done studied me so much. Travis want to beat me fishing. Stuff like that. That's the challenge, that he want to beat me fishing. Every day, like, was in the training room before we left yesterday. Somebody brought him a little lure. He's like, oh, Coach, I'm gonna get you with that one. I said, man, that's a little popper. That ain't you gotta use that early in the morning. You ain't. We good. Yeah.
No, most definitely. And how is it? Having your kid, your children there.
It's good. It's funny because Shiloh's my challenge, and all my kids know Shiloh's my challenge. Her and Shiloh have a lot in common, so those are my two challenges. One thing about God, if you have 5 kids, God gonna allow the enemy to get in there and challenge you with at least 2 of the 5.
Most definitely.
And DeAndre and Shiloh are the 2 challenges for me. Mm-hmm. But they're great kids. They're not disrespectful. They don't do nothing stupid like that. But they're challenging. Mm-hmm. They keep my kneecaps white. Ashy. They keep me on my knees. Yeah. They do.
No, most definitely, man. So how y'all looking, man? Y'all getting ready? Y'all.
We better. Yeah. We upgraded every position, including coaching.
Cause y'all got to get some get back. With that's who y'all want? Yeah. Or do y'all don't really too much? You don't care about that stuff?
Yeah, we don't care.
Okay.
That was on me.
Okay.
That was on me. I let them. Last year was so historical.
It was.
For us.
Yeah.
And then I went through all my tribulations, and we fought back from that. Mm-hmm. That once we won the SWAC championship, they let off the gas. Mm-hmm. And I let off the gas a little bit. Mm-hmm. So when they came here, they wanted to just kick it. Not that we let them kick it, but I know next time when we come back, I'm talking about when we come back, I know how to handle it different for my kids. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking that one. Yeah. Let them kick it a little bit. Let them have a little too much fun. Yeah. But they needed that though, because they were a heck of a run, dog. Historical things that were done last year for HBCU, period. Historical. Yeah. Including one of our kids getting drafted and several others at NFL camps as I speak. Mm-hmm. So we upgraded every position. Mm-hmm. And we got the number 1 kid in the country and another 4-star as well as a receiver. Mm-hmm. But every position, we may have 2 linemen left from last season. So I had to get Shador a little more protection. We got a whole new defensive front. probably four to five pass rushes. Secondary's on point like it was. So we're better. And coaching, new offensive coordinator, a couple new coaches on the staff to insulate us a little bit. So we're better.
Well, I want to say something about my high school. I think you should go get some of them guys out there.
Where's your high school?
They want to run 3-4 state championships back to back.
Yeah.
I went to Cedar Grove High School. It's on the east side of Atlanta.
Okay.
Got some good guys.
Where they normally send their guys to? Because I know they normally send their guys.
UGA.
So you think he gonna send a guy to us instead of UGA?
Most definitely.
So that's your coach now. I'm talking about your coach.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it's
ain't got no bag now. I'm just letting you know.
Ain't no bag.
Ain't put no bag nowhere.
It ain't no bag.
Ain't no bag.
It ain't no.
It's I ain't paying Uncle Freddie. I'm not meeting him at the barbershop and leaving it on the floor. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it.
No. I'm just saying, just football.
Football.
That tradition, that thing that those players need. Okay. That somebody that's gonna care about them. That's it. That's gonna keep them out of that trouble.
We're very disciplined, very structured, smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character.
Yeah, we don't just want you for football.
There
we
you
want
go.
you for everything.
95% of these kids are not going pro. So I got to build a man and get him ready for life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's a whole different game. When you're recruiting these kids now and their family members or whoever that significant person is, now it's about NIL. Yeah. It ain't about what's best for the kid. It's about how much money I'm going to get.
Exactly.
And it's a whole different game, which is devastating to these kids because some kids are going to a different place because they got a bag and that place don't even fit your style of play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like a lot of kids do get lost. They just go because of the name. They just go. And let's say, you go to that school, you get lost in the system.
Now you in the portal. Now I'm interviewing you.
Exactly.
Because first you was interviewing me. Now you're in the portal. I'm interviewing you to see if you fit me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is your process when you recruit these kids? What do you tell them? What is the biggest thing that you tell a kid?
I'm gonna give you opportunity. I can't do it for you. I can't make it for you. I'm gonna give you opportunity. But you gotta be smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character. Smart, just not book smart. That's football smart. That's life smart. Tough. That's not. Our whole staff is old school, so I need some of them old school. Our kids are old school. Tough meaning discipline. Tough meaning I can yell at you, go off on you, but you still understand I'm for you.
Most definitely.
Don't call your mama and then she pick you up. Now you're at the Greyhound station trying to get away in the middle of the night. That ain't tough.
Yeah.
Fast, not just foot speed.
Yeah.
That means retaining things and learning things.
Most definitely.
Fast and discipline. I need you disciplined on the field. I don't need you the weed man at school.
Exactly.
I got the hood on lock. Anything you do, I'm gonna hear about it.
Most definitely.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
They coming to tell me, hey man, your cornerback, man, you got to check him, coach. All right, bring him to me.
Yeah.
Bring him to me.
No.
And that's what they do.
Yeah. There it is.
So we looking for those type of kids, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm looking for the young Desi Banks that got it together. Mentally. That got it together. That he may not be that diamond that's shining right now, but I could polish him in about a year and a half, and he gonna be straight. I'm looking for that. He don't need 3, 4, 5 stars. I don't need that. I just need you to want it look me in the eye and mean what you want and want what you mean. I gotta connect with you somewhere, and I know you want it.
So you don't get lost in the 4 or 5.
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have been a 3-star coming out because I play quarterback.
Exactly.
And I wasn't going to college as a quarterback, so I wouldn't probably no 5-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all give it up for Coach.
Yeah.
I
appreciate it.
I appreciate you so much, Coach.
We got to come do this again, man.
Oh, most definitely, man. Especially when y'all win that thing. I'm calling out right now.
Yeah, we're going to win that thing.
I'm calling out
but
right now.
But I want to do the other side. We got to do one of the comedic sides.
Let's do it.
We got to do like run along. I like to tell stories. We got to do run along story. Where we just tell a story. We just keep going.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we just keep going.
We can most definitely
Yeah. We just keep adding to the story and just make it what it is.
No, most definitely. But I just want to get the people, that don't know about you. Of course, people see you. But, put your story out there. Let the people know what's going on, man. You changing the game.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? You inspiring the world. This is Black History. This is Black History right now. This is going in the history book. This needs to be in the history book.
Hey, this is a nice place too. Y'all don't rob it, don't steal. It's nice. It's real nice right here. Comfortable too. The couch real comfortable. I'm checking between to see if somebody drops some money between. Real a lot of good stuff around here. Lights working, everything working too. Look good, right?
No, most definitely, Coach, man. But I appreciate you for coming through, man.
Thank you.
And
man.
if it's one thing, man, I always tell everybody before they leave, one thing that you give any black man, any queen, any person in the world, man, if they got a dream, go. You know what I'm saying? What's some advice that you could give?
Baby, you got to believe.
Yeah.
You can't let me believe in you more than you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You got to believe in every facet of that dream, that goal, that aspiration, that want. And you got to understand, when you start believing and you want it, you're going to have to sacrifice something.
Most definitely.
You're going to have to give something up to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Bible says God so loved that he gave.
Sacrifice.
He gave.
Yeah.
It's no way you could tell me you love me and you ain't getting nothing up.
Wow.
There's no way you can tell me you want this and you ain't getting nothing up.
Wow.
There's no way you can tell me you need this and you ain't willing to give that up.
Wow.
So you got to believe in you enough to give that up, whatever is in the way, because there's gonna be something in the way.
Yes, sir.
Because right now you at a stop sign, waiting on it to turn green.
Yeah. 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 Sacrifice. That's the things you got to do, man. Coach, I appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you, man.
Dope, man. Another great episode of How It Goes Down podcast with the boy Desi Banks and Parlay. There you go, man. Coach Prime in the building.
Oh, Parlay.